Hello and welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. I'm Nikita Arora. On the 15th of August this year, we heard the Prime Minister's Independence Day speech. And I wish there's so many things he'd addressed. I wish he'd said, "My dear countrymen, we're celebrating 71 years of independence today, and our country was built on the vision of a liberal, secular democracy. But there are so many elements in our society today that are causing me a lot of pain. Just 2 days ago, in the heart of our capital, a young student was shot in broad daylight. I know there are charges of sedition against him, but that is why we have a very capable and reliable judiciary whose job it is to uphold the Constitution. So no matter who this person is, what his political affiliation is, or which community he belongs to, he is an Indian and he deserves the due process of law. Anyone who indulges in this kind of street justice does not have my endorsement. We're not a banana republic, this is not our culture, and these are not the values we are built on, and I strongly condemn this." I wish he would have said that across the country, my innocent brothers and sisters are losing their lives. The cow is sacred to us, but so is human life. Gandhi told us to protect the cow because it takes us beyond our selfish nature. By killing people in the name of Hindutva, we're not only embarrassing ourselves, but we're also painting a bad picture of ourselves internationally. Gandhi's biggest teaching to us was that of non-violence, of ahimsa. We need to stop punishing people for making choices. Our law gives people the freedom to choose who they want to marry. So if a person from one religion or caste wants to marry someone from another religion or caste, it's not your business to interfere. The way a civil society functions is that you advise your loved ones on what you think is best for them, but you cannot force your will upon them. Because if they're old enough to vote, if they're old enough to choose their leader, they're old enough to choose their partner. I wish he would have said that the media has an integral role to play in a democracy, that its independence needs to be protected, that I understand that they will ask us questions on our performance and that they have a right to do that, and we will openly and freely answer those questions, and that we will not interfere or obstruct their work. I'm sure many of us would have felt a lot better if he had spoken about any of these things. But what did he actually say? It was a usual vote soliciting speech, like a campaign rally, taking pot shots at the opposition, listing the achievements of the government, sharing a lot of inaccurate information, not statesman-like, not prime ministerial, not like the leader of a country, but more like the leader of a political party. India, he said, was the 6th biggest economy in the world. True, but misleading, because what does that even mean? India's GDP of $2.59 trillion has exceeded France's GDP of $2.58 trillion. But our population is 1.2 billion and France's population is 67 million, which means that our per capita GDP is actually 5% of France's per capita GDP. Our rupee has also hit an all-time low. It has crossed 70 against the US dollar. And the back series data that has now finally been published 3 years after it should have been published actually indicates that the growth under the UPA was better than the growth under the NDA in the last 4 years. I've shared a link to the article in my description. Please go and read it. Moving on, the numerous references to 2013.
अगर हम गांव में बिजली पहुंचाने की बात को कहें, अगर 2013 के आधार पर सोचें, तो गांव में बिजली पहुंचाने के लिए शायद 1-2 दशक और लग जाते हैं.
Wait a minute. The UPA electrified 12,000 villages per year on an average, whereas the BJP electrified only 4,800 villages in 1 year. That's less than half the UPA speed. So if he would have actually gone by that speed, it would have taken him 1.5 years to finish 14,528 villages, not 1 or 2 decades as he's claiming.
हमने फैसला लिया हिम्मत के साथ फैसला लिया कि मेरे देश के किसानों को लागत का 1.5 गुना एमएसपी दिया जाएगा।
Firstly, this promise of offering farmers an MSP of 50% over their cost happened 4 years after the government has come to power. This is a typical pre-poll phenomena. The Congress, the UPA, did the exact same thing in 2009 and in 2014. And in 2009, after they came to power, they slashed the MSP. So we'll have to wait and see that if the BJP wins, do they actually go through with it? Or do they do the same thing that the Congress did? Secondly, the recommendations of the Swaminathan committee were not followed. So the MSP that the government is offering is not on an all-inclusive cost that the farmer incurs. So what the government considers to be the cost of the farmer and what the farmer actually incurs are two very different things.
आज कोई भी हिंदुस्तानी दुनिया में कहीं पर भी पैर रखता है तो विश्व का हर देश उसका स्वागत करने के लिए लालायित होता है। उसकी आंखों में एक चेतना आ जाती है हिंदुस्तानी को देख करके। भारत के पासपोर्ट की ताकत बढ़ गई है।
Basically, according to the data and official ranking, nothing of this sort is happening. In 2014, there were 52 countries where Indians could enjoy visa-free entry. And in 2018, that number has dropped to 49. Without getting into the nitty-gritties, I think it's safe to say that the Prime Minister was less than accurate and that he skipped a number of important issues that we wish he'd addressed. He ended beautifully though, on an ambitious plan for future India, and it was wonderful. But here's also what we want. In your words, in your style. हम बेसब्र हैं, we're impatient to put an end to the new culture of trolling and vigilantism. हम बेचैन हैं, we are restless to reclaim our right to personal choices like what we eat and who we marry. हम आतुर हैं, we are eager to uphold the autonomy of our judiciary, media and the police to protect our democracy in its truest sense. हम अधीर हैं. We're excited to see the implementation of your ambitious jobs for all, food for all and health for all schemes. हम व्यग्र हैं. We're anxious that Mandir, Gau Raksha and Love Jihad will trump Vikas. हम व्याकुल हैं. We're distraught that the increasing divisiveness between religions, castes and creeds might harm the secularism and multiculturalism of our beautiful, diverse country. I hope, Prime Minister, your Mann Ki Baat echoes our Mann Ki Baat in the near future. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon to get notified every time I upload a new video.